You're listening to the sound of the 80s with the Old School Movements podcast.
We're here again. We're back with another episode. Leroy, who are we and what do we do, man?
Well, it's Staximus Decimus Meridius. You know him, you all know us. I'm the last dragon, and it's the naughty, nasty knowledge known as Christopher, aka George Hamilton, and then known anywhere in the civilized world in Chiswick, of course. It is the host with the most, the L.
And who are we?
All together, we are Old School Movement, bringing it back, bringing the fun, the nostalgia, and you know the rest.
That's it.
And you know this, man.
I love how so far me and Chris have got glasses, but soon all four of us are gonna have glasses.
All four of us are gonna have that, man.
Nah, you ain't gonna see me with glasses on.
No?
You're gonna have laser eye surgery or something.
Say that, but no, I'm gonna get cameras built into my eyes so that
Steve Austin,
so I can just zoom in and out and see what I need to see.
the $6 million man.
Yeah.
What,
Camera
are you
lenses
refusing
for
to wear
eyes.
glasses?
Yes, I am.
Why?
I just...
That indicates sophistication.
Does it?
Stacks that.
Indicates getting old, man. That's what it indicates.
No, it doesn't. It's sophistication,
Stacks,
man.
I don't
Just talk to Clark Kent.
my
Clark Kent will
glasses.
tell you differently.
My eyesight is just fine from a distance.
For now.
From a distance.
Hey, from a distance, yeah. You can't read ingredients on the back of a.
No, I don't need
bottle
to. Everything's made at home. I don't buy. Everything's homemade. I
No
don't need
listen.
ingredients ready.
Get the magnifying glass out.
Don't speak it into existence.
No.
Do not speak it into
I have
existence.
to get a monocle.
Oh, man.
That's sophistication.
Oh, that's eccentric.
Darren or Chris, I have to ask you,
Yeah.
did you ever wear national health glasses
I only just started wearing glasses in the last couple of years.
as a kid?
Yeah, I wore national glasses. Standard.
What
Brown
colour?
ones. Brown.
Brown. All right,
Remember
all right.
them, Chris?
No, like that. I think so. Yeah. I don't really
brown.
remember you wearing glasses too much when we were little, though.
Yeah, I didn't wear them a lot. I didn't think they were cool.
It weren't like the pink or the blue ones. That's what Leroy's getting at, innit? You're all about them pink and blue ones, man. The boys and girls ones.
Yeah.
Kids used to have them at school, man.
It's true.
National
it's true.
health glasses were,
Yeah.
they made you look whack, man. I'm
They
sorry.
did, man.
Yeah,
They
I'm
did.
sure mine. I had brown pair there. I was more. That's sophistication as a kid.
Yeah, back
Brown
then.
glasses.
Yeah.
Come on. You know, brown was a colour that
I've only
weren't
just started
cool.
wearing glasses in the last few years, man. I didn't need, and I was right until I was about 45, and then that's it. Eyesight's gone. Literally within a year, gone. It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah, it just
No, but you
happens.
look cool, man. You look like one of those that Packer pistol, like one of those US.
like a hitman.
Yeah,
Hitman.
those glasses look cool, man. It's just like, yeah, Hitman glasses.
He's either hitman or he's CIA.
Just travelled Europe with a briefcase.
80s cop show.
80s hitman.
No,
Jeez.
glasses are not good though. For everyone that does wear glasses, you know, I know the pain, man. It's a nightmare.
Sophistication.
Sophistication. Yeah.
But we're all getting old. That's it. We're all
You're
getting
getting
older.
old.
It all
Yeah.
comes, man.
You just need to see, like,
comes.
as a kid, it's like, nah, I've got to look cool, but no, I don't give it that.
Yeah.
It's,
Listen, Joe 90 wore glasses.
I didn't mind.
I
Joe
didn't like
Biden.
Joe
He looked
90.
too
I
bad.
didn't like Joe. There was no heroes that wore glasses.
So did Eddie the Eagle Edwards.
I said heroes.
Wow, there was some thick glasses, man.
He's hero
Yeah.
to some people.
Wow.
Two Ronnies. Fair enough.
Exactly. And they had Joe 90 glasses.
Trademark glasses.
Yeah,
They're like
fair
Rodan
enough.
looking like
Fair
wayfarers
enough.
or something.
Yeah.
Listen, I'd wear Joe 90 glasses.
Those are the trendy glasses now. The thick.
Brains wore
Thick
glasses
rimmed
from
ones, isn't it?
Thunderbirds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
frames are getting thicker, black, like
they're
big,
getting
heavy
thicker.
black
Yeah,
frames.
yeah,
You
yeah.
see that
They're
quite
the
a lot
popular. They're the popular glasses now. They're the cool
True.
ones apparently.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah, man.
Ready to go,
Yeah.
rock and roll.
All right.
What's today's show consist of?
Today's show
now.
consists
It's not about
of...
glasses.
It's not about glasses. We won't be running through the best actors who wear glasses like Michael Caine and the rest of them. We won't be doing that tonight.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, it's a good shout. Maybe we'll do that one day. But today we are going to talk about what is better because, you know, they make, you know, we're sick and tired of remakes and cack sequels. Like, that's a nightmare in itself. But what about when all the cartoons we used to love transfer into being movies? What were better? Were the cartoons better or the movies better? So we're gonna just run through a couple of them. And we're just gonna ask the question, lads. We're gonna discuss what was better, the cartoon or the movie. So this is part one. All right. So we're gonna go through five film version, cartoon version. Just let us know what you think is better, and we'll find out what the ultimate transformation from a cartoon to a film was. You get that, guys?
Yeah, man.
I'm with you.
So we're gonna go straight in. This is cartoons versus movies. Now, this first cartoon we're gonna go through, like, we love the series, but then the movie came out in about 1987. And then later on, many years later, the movie came out. Come on, they're the robots in disguise. First they were cartoons, then were the Michael Bay movies. Transformers the movie cartoon versus first Transformers movie. Which one was better?
Ooh.
Oh, so the first Transformers movie cartoon against the movie.
Yes.
Ooh.
Not the series cartoons. The movie versus the movie.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is very, very interesting. And may I say, DL, by Joe, you've done it again.
Yeah.
Let us know. So Leroy, we'll go straight to you. What do you think? The movie or the cartoon? Which one?
Oh, gosh, wow. And funny enough, both were brilliant experiences. I remember going to see the Transformers movie, and man, it was an anticipated wait, and when I got there, it didn't let me down. And then this movie, and then as a kid, you do kind of fantasize what these would be like in movie form.
As a movie, innit? Yeah.
As a movie.
Always thought that about cartoons, and it's to make a wicked movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what?
That's tough because so I don't remember watching the cartoon movie as a kid, but I remember when I came to your house, D, and like, how old was I? Like 23 or 24, and
yeah, it's a bit late.
It's a bit late, right?
The popcorn was stale by
It's
then.
the wrong way around.
But he put the movie in, and I was just captivated. And I was like, you know what? This movie, I must have seen it when I was little, but it just didn't stick. I'm watching it again. I'm like, this is still big. I can still watch this and enjoy this now. Do you know what I mean?
But was it better than the movie?
I don't know, because you see how they got them transforming, and
yeah, Michael Bay done a brilliant job, man.
The way they've done that's big.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
Well, guys, you know what it's all about,
But then the section in the cartoon when Unicron.
Yeah, this is the thing.
That bit is like.
Yeah. You know what?
You might have to go to Chris. I can't figure this out. Shit.
I'm gonna make a decision. I'm gonna go for the Michael Bay one.
Okay.
Yeah, the movie.
Okay, the
because
live action movie.
as saying, it is very tough, but the way they transformed, the way they showed the transformation, man, was mind blowing. Yeah.
For me, that was a little bit too much, though, didn't you? Like, for me, it was too much for the eyes. They made it too much transforming.
Like
everything was transforming. Like, I don't know. It got a little bit messy looking for me. I think the films, I like the cartoons, man. I liked all the cartoons, the movie. They went wicked with the toys at the time, and I don't know. For me, it just come too late that the Michael Bay lot. And I do like them. I watch them all, but I've only really liked the last two because I think the transforming in that, they've slowed it down a bit and they're not as much transforms. And weren't Optimus Prime one of them big long trucks in the first movie? He weren't a flat face truck, was he? Like the toy.
Yeah. But he was for this. he was more for this time. He was for this
got
time.
like a bonnet.
The cars were more modern.
Yeah,
that wasn't based. The last two Transformers were based in the 80s and the 90s. So then he was the original truck.
I've enjoyed them ones, the movies, the last couple of movies. But I don't know if I was feeling it when it come out, but I don't know, over the cartoon movie. I love that cartoon movie.
You got the touch,
and the music's better. Yeah. The music's better. I can't think of any music that was in. They didn't use any of that for the movie, did they?
Nah.
I can't remember any music in the Transformers.
No, I can't remember any of music.
Music? Was there any music?
I think I think with the movie, you get to see Megatron and Prime a lot more, whereas in the cartoon, the feature-length version, you didn't really get to see them.
That was the down.
Because he died. They both died.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's true.
They
innit?
both died.
They were the originators of that whole Game of Thrones thing. It's like the stars die in the first 10 minutes. Done. How you kill off Prime and Megatron in the beginning of the film, and it's about them. That's just a nuts idea.
Yeah. So it's Galvatron and Hot Rod. You know, so it was that we had to get used to these new sets of Transformers.
Maybe
you know, Starscream died, and it was just like, Well, this is why the Michael Bay one for me.
So you're saying the Michael Bay version, Chris? What are you saying?
Oh, so what he's just said then, that is my only thing against the cartoon movie. If you were doing all the cartoons and the movie, then I would pick them. But just going on that, the movie, the stars are gone. Like, it's, that was the
but those bits are bits that you remember. It's like, Optimus Prime, that's a serious part of the movie.
It was serious.
But do it at the end then. I want to say cartoon.
Okay, cartoon for you, Chris. Stacks, what are you saying?
This is actually the toughest decision of all these podcasts.
It's a tough one.
You say that every time.
No, this is absolutely the toughest one.
That's why it's in the verses.
No, you snookered us with this one.
There's more snookering to come. Don't worry.
Okay, well, I need an answer, man. We got more to do.
There's more.
We're gonna be snookering you tonight.
We ain't even got to the pink and black yet.
Did it? Stacks, what are you saying?
I'm gonna go with the cartoon.
You're gonna go with the cartoon.
I'm gonna go with the cartoon because the cartoon, if it can still captivate me at 23 years old, then it's got to be good.
Fair enough.
What about you, Dewey?
I'm going with the movie. The movie
leveled it out.
Yeah, the movie just works for me, man. It was a good debut.
The movie was something else, man. Yeah, it was clever.
Yeah. I'm a kid. I'm a kid, and I don't want to see Optimus Prime die at the beginning. That broke my heart.
That's what's done.
It was heartbreaking, man.
And then it turned into a soft rock music video.
Yeah, it's true. It's blatantly true. And then we have to get used to a character.
Why are they making kids getting used to new people? We love Transformers.
Yeah, it's true.
We paid our money to see Optimus. We bought the toys, everything. We know Transformers.
To be there at the end still.
Yeah.
And Hot Rod was a rubbish toy as well.
Who remembers Hot Rod? Who talks about Hot Rod?
Thank you.
It's done.
The movie was actually meant to be. It was already ready made to be a G.I. Joe movie, but it was going to be launched the same year the US invaded Iraq in 2003.
What, the car?
The Michael Bay. So Hasbro adapted it to be Transformers, basically. Right. But yeah, that was originally going to be a G.I. Joe. So you can see why they've always wanted to join them. Yeah, they're joining.
They're doing that now, isn't it? Yeah. Finally, they got there. Yeah. So for me, it's the movie. I think it's one of the best movie adaptations from a cartoon that's been out.
Yeah, amen. I agree with that.
The first one and the last two are really good. Really good.
Yeah, the last two are definitely making me feel how I used to watch the cartoons. Like the little things that are happening in it. It feels like you're watching the cartoons. They are getting good.
They work. It works.
This next one though can push for a. Oh, this one's a good one, man.
Let's see. Transformers in college. Let's see what
in it.
It looks alright. It looks alright.
Yeah. Having proms.
No, do you reckon she likes me?
Bumblebee, I'm getting her digits. I don't know. All right, let's go to the next one. So 2 for the film, 2 for the cartoon. Okay, let's go to the next. Stacks, this is maybe a warning to Stacks. Okay. Have you seen this one? I don't know. This next one may not be for Stacks. Okay, so this cartoon version scared the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of everyone who watched it in the
78.
It came out in the 70s, yeah.
We're going back to 78.
Yeah, but I probably watched it early 80s.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I've seen like drawings over human. It's like they tried to introduce CGI in the 70s.
It was good.
It's like a creepy Harvey. They don't take on me videos. Look, that looking but creepy.
Retroscoping.
Yeah. Mixed in with the dark side of Disney animation looking. Disney has got enough to do with it. But remember, old drawings looked creepy. You You know what I'm saying? Like them
Dickens
old
looking, you know that.
Yeah. And this was very grainy and dark, but it was from a fantastic collection of books that made into a film years later. But this movie, we'll get into the weirdness about it, but look, let me just go with it. I know Stax loves the movies, but have you seen the cartoon, Stax? We're talking about Lord of the Rings.
The original 1978 cartoon version by Ralph Bakshi.
I might have seen it.
Leroy looks bemused. Have you seen it, Leroy?
Not seen that.
I think this might have been the first feature-length cartoon that I'd seen. It came out the same year as Watership Down, but
It's
Watership
that
Down.
kind of grainy.
I
drawing.
thought you was going to say that actually.
I was going to say Watership Down.
Yeah,
when
it
you
says
was
a lot
describing
longer.
it.
This was like over 2 hours feature-length.
Where's the movie version of Watch It Down?
No, but this is the thing. This is where I was scratching temple because I was thinking,
exactly.
Nah, they ain't got Watership Down.
Roger Rabbit.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Who Framed Roger Rabbit was the movie version.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Lord of the Rings. It was very dark.
It was
very dark.
good though.
I think very, very vaguely, but at the time I watched it, I
Never
wouldn't
seen it,
have
Leroy?
been that into
Never seen it.
Do you know what? The contrast with this, what I liked about the movie version is that they blatantly took the features of the cartoon and made them look like the characters that you see in the film look like the 78
Like
cartoon.
It's almost a direct, a live version, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the way I got it.
It
was good.
But it was creepy.
When did they used to show it? Like summer holidays?
It would come on summer holidays, Christmas holidays.
Yeah, we would have probably saw it once it come out on TV around the early 80s, 81, 82 or something. I would have thought around there. But even back them days, it was scary, man, the way it looked.
I wonder if I've seen it.
If I think of wizards and that now, that's the image I get of Gandalf in that. That's the images that instantly pops in my head.
And the people on the horses. What are the people on the horses called? The shadow.
Them shadow knight people.
Oh, mate, they look.
scary.
Yeah, they look.
I in the 80s, like Lord of the Rings wasn't even on my radar. It was only when I got to secondary school and I started reading the book. Was when I started to get into it, and the illustrations in the book are just like the movie. You know what I mean? But I might have seen maybe bits of it, but probably too young to really get into it and be like,
it was hard to get into, but it was very slow moving. It was it was new to the eye. It was, and it ended at a battle scene. Do you remember? It didn't even end. Like they were just warring and it just finished. Like what?
Some talking comes up. The battle in went on. Many years. One of them ones, isn't it?
And just went. What would you mean?
After about 2.5 hours of watching it.
You remember how Game of Death just went? Hey, that ain't Bruce Lee. What's going on? He's wearing different trainers. Like that's not even. He's got a bracelet on. That's Bruce Lee. Don't watch Game of Death again. The guy's got different trainers and a bracelet on. And how are you trying to get away with that? It's nuts. Watch it again. But that's just disrespect. But Lord of the Rings. Okay, so it's me and you, Chris. It's like me and you've just seen it.
Strangely enough, man, I've never seen that.
I don't
for when it came out, and like you say, that drawing the cells over the actual actors, that was latest technology for them.
Latest technology,
and it's not like a Disney budget. It's low budget.
Yeah,
so for what they had at the time, I thought it was really good.
I thought it was really It's CGI
When the movie come out, the movie had a lot to live up to because of the cartoon.
Because of the cartoon.
It had to be as that epic as that cartoon.
And I remember the front cover. It was an epic. You saw Gandalf and a big sword in the middle, and the same font of Lord of the Rings that you don't see now. The same font. Everyone looks the same. Gollum looked the same. What you see now, it was on point. It was on point.
Yeah, it was.
So, Chris, what do you think was better, the movie or the cartoon?
Now, for me, it's oh man, this one is hard because I think
it's hard because the movie.
I saw the movie at the cinema, so you got that full experience of being in the cinema, the epic battles. Where I didn't get that with the cartoon, because like you said, we watched that at home, just BBC Two or something. It had come on.
I think I might have seen it. I'm looking at some pictures now.
Me too, but I've never come across that.
It's the hobbits that are slyly looking familiar.
Because they look like the movie one, that's why.
Everything looks like the movie.
I
the
think
way they masked the movie is perfect for the cartoon.
I think I
really well. This one's so hard to call, and say the cast of the movie as well. Ian McKellen and and whatnot.
Same
Great,
looking
man.
people, yeah, same looking
Even
people.
Christopher Lee, man. And Christopher Lee read Lord of the Rings every year right up until the day he died in 2015. And he was the only person to ever meet J.R. Tolkien out of all the cast as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I might have to go for the. Oh, I don't want to go for the movie.
I
wanna
can
go
see
for the
why you were
cartoon.
scared of the horses, the men on the horses. I can
They
see
were
why
scary,
you'd be
man.
scared of it. Back in the day, you would have been scared of them.
So Chris, what you saying? Are you saying the 78 version?
Oh man, I want to say the film because I saw that I got the full cinema experience. But if it weren't for the cartoon, the film wouldn't look like that. I don't think so.
True, yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna go cartoon.
All right, I'm gonna go for the film then.
I'm gonna go for
level
film
it
as
out.
well.
Level
It's,
it out.
it's one of those films
Level it
where,
out.
like, whenever it's on, I'm watching. Don't care where it starts from.
Yeah, you
Any
can
of
just
that. I'm
jump
watching
into
it.
that.
But that's kind of like the same with the cartoon. You know?
Yeah, you could do that with a cartoon.
You can do
Yeah,
that.
but I don't remember watching the cartoon and that feeling, so I'll have to go with
Yeah.
the film. But I do remember reading the books, and the books
But
are just as
but
good.
the cartoon looks so much like the film. It's that. It's so much. Leroy, check it out.
No, I'm going to.
I already had the books lying around in the house. Mum or Dad had them already, so I had the trilogy, the Hobbit ones, so I knew of it. And I used to like that had little sketches in it, and that seemed
Yeah, the illustrations in the books are wicked,
cartoon
isn't they?
just seemed to fit it so perfectly. Like it was, the cartoon.
Perfect.
Definitely cartoon.
All right.
Like the Hobbit, when the Hobbit came out, the illustrations on that in the book and on screen are, you know, when Gandalf puts his eye to the window in his head, mate, I was like, that's exactly the same.
It's how it was in the
as
book,
in the
innit?
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're hard books to translate to screen,
Yeah.
but they've done a good job.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
But
cartoon
the-
and the film done a good job.
Apparently, there's a new 3 coming out, isn't there? There's a new 3.
Is it a TV? There's some TV show.
No,
that
no,
comes-
I'm talking about movies again. I'm sure I heard something
Ah.
like that. It's movies.
So did I. I swear I heard
Yeah.
there's going to be more.
Yeah, the TV show's coming back and movies. But let's see. Okay, let's move into the next one. So the next one, I hope we've all seen this one. I know Leroy's seen this one. But so that means I don't think Stack says. So
Yeah, no,
let's just
Stack's
see.
orders, right, just in
Let's
case.
just see. So look, this guy, he made me wonder about spinach, but not from a can. And I used to watch the cartoons religiously from the old ones to when he wore a black shirt. Remember he used to wear a white shirt, then he moved to a black shirt with red trimmings.
Yeah.
and
Proper sailor
blue
outfit
jeans.
one, yeah. Black
Different sailor outfits.
from black and white days onwards, man.
Onwards. Tattoos. He did everything wrong. Tattoos, smoked, beat up people, looked at his missus. He was on it, right? And he had and he was vegetarian, Stack. So you got to big him
Yeah,
up.
innit?
So,
Love the scrap.
and then later on, through the years, through the decades, Robin Williams took the helm of doing a live action version. So which one's better? Is it Popeye the cartoon or Popeye the movie?
Yeah, for me, it's the cartoon all day long. The movie was a big letdown
Yeah,
for
because
me.
I haven't seen the movie.
You have Stacks? Stacks, sorry.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Let Leroy.
Drum roll, please. No,
Go on, spell Leroy.
the
Sorry to interrupt,
movie.
Leroy.
No, it's all right. The movie was a big letdown for me. I remember walking past the cinema,
Seeing
saying
the
to
poster.
my mum, seeing the poster and saying, "Mum, can I go and see that?" Man, it was a letdown for me, man.
Yeah.
Personally speaking.
Yeah, it was such a letdown because, as you said, you hit the spot there where you said you was walking down the street. Your mum said, "Can I watch that?" All parents knew who he was, so it's like, yeah, you can go and see that. That's a safe
They
bet.
didn't mind-
We
they didn't mind you
we
taking
know
it.
Popeye. We all know
We all know
Popeye.
Popeye, yeah.
So
That'd be alright.
let's watch that.
Yeah.
And I echo your what you were saying, Leroy.
When did it come out?
Yeah,
1980.
Yeah.
The storyline was weak, man. It was, and what they done as well, they spent the whole budget on building a whole town
there.
to film it all in, and
in Malta, isn't it?
In Malta, yeah, the place Anchor Bay it is in Malta. It's still there today, I think, of what's left of it. I know they had some damage to a few of them, so I think whatever's left of it's still there. It's still a bit of a tourist attraction, but literally the whole money went on that. And from what I remember, the only thing I remember is a big octopus thing at the end. But it was so shit, like because they had no money left to buy effects and props and that. It was so budget and crap.
Yeah.
It was
really let it
rubbish.
down, man. And
It was
even
that-
if you notice at the start of the film, he didn't even have the big arms. Like they had to put him in long sleeve stuff because they didn't have the the effects
arms, yeah.
ready. It was only until later
guy-
on in the film he started getting the big arms, like, and he had his shirt. It was budget.
It
man.
didn't come. Yeah,
It
did.
was
it was-
absolute garbage.
It was the same guy that made Bugsy Malone,
Yeah, it was
And
another
it-
musical, wasn't it?
and it
was
had
a
that
Disney
same
musical.
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am what I am, and I am what I am.
Yeah.
It was very. It was. I didn't want to see a sing along.
Yeah.
Popeye beat
That's not what
people
Popeye's
up.
about.
Yeah.
He got his spinach,
Yeah,
and he just
had a row.
battered people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that wasn't to be seen in this movie, and
No.
it was good casting. Robin Williams was a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
Popeye.
And
The
so
set
was-
looked good, and
so was
Olive Oil. Yeah, she was
Shelley
amazing.
Duvall, she looked wicked.
Yeah,
man.
she was amazing.
She fit it wicked.
All the characters were the right fit.
Brutus dude looked wicked as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked good.
But, like, if they'd given that to Spielberg at that time, it would have been
Yes.
a blockbuster.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he was in his
Yeah, most
prime
definitely.
80s, he would have smashed, like, you know what I mean? A good director would have smashed that. But it didn't need to be a musical. So I think we're unanimous on saying
Yeah,
Carlton's
because
better
I didn't
than
watch the
Carlton.
movie,
Yeah.
but I remember seeing the poster, and
Yeah.
I was, as much as I like Popeye, I don't think I like him enough to go and see a movie.
I wanted to see it. The poster looked good when it came out. I thought, I wanted to see
Yeah,
it.
it looked good. It did look
And
good.
you know, like Darren said, like you've only got to ask, and yeah, you can go and see that.
Yeah.
It's Popeye.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, I think Popeye may be the first cartoon made to a film I've seen. I saw
It is, yeah, definitely. I was going to
think
say
it
that.
is.
I was going to say
You know,
that. This is the
you know,
first live action
the
cartoon
live
in
action
1980.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of props for that because they gave it a go.
Yeah.
But
And as we
weren't
keep
great.
saying, we're always referring to the poster, but the poster was so convincing. Like, yeah, this is what Popeye would look like.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
and
Exactly.
olive oil, it looks great.
Yeah.
And it just didn't do
Didn't
anything.
live up to it, man.
I heard Robin Williams put the accent on so hard, that sort of Popeye accent, that they had to reshoot all of the audio of his again with him taming it down a bit so you could actually understand what he was saying. So in the cartoons, you couldn't
That's
understand him,
actually
could
quite
you? You know, you
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
understand a word he was saying. And he done it like that, and they said, no, you're gonna have to do it all again. Like it's whatever. And
Yeah.
Shelley Duvall, she literally came off the set of The Shining straight onto doing this. So she was like, this is a great relief compared to Stanley Kubrick's blooming
Yeah,
The Shining
yeah.
set. So
Being in a cold, snowy forest,
Yeah.
but end up being in sunny Malta.
yeah, that's a lot better. A lot
A
better.
lot better.
But I'm going to give it to like you said, the cartoons. They've been around since the 30s. They,
Yeah.
they're in that league. When we talk about Mickey Mouse being about in the 20s
Yeah.
and that, they're
Yeah.
that age.
Yeah.
You had to go and see
Classic.
them at the theatre because you didn't even have a telly in them days.
Yeah, yeah.
These were
yeah.
shown before theatre productions and stuff.
And you know what? As much as we've all seen Popeye, I don't know any episode. I can't tell you
No,
from a
not
beginning
right.
to end episode.
You
I
know
can't
there's
tell
going to
you.
be spinach
And-
involved, a punch
Yeah.
up, and
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all you know.
That's all you know.
innit?
He's gonna open a can of spinach. His muscles will come up,
Yeah.
and he'll whack someone.
Someone's going to try
That's
and
it.
nick his bird, and he's going to
Yeah,
down his
that's it.
spinach and go on one. Have a
That's it.
Twix.
Yeah, and then sing about it. I'm strong to the finish because I eat my
with
spinach.
Yeah.
Come on.
But when the
man.
goons came along,
I don't know who them
Goons.
dudes were, but yeah, I don't know. The
I don't know.
they were like some kind
There's
of
a
Yeah,
weird looking
on-
tribe.
What was
But, yeah.
what was the goon? Alice? The goon
Yeah.
or something like that?
Exactly. I
Yeah,
can
it's
picture
Alice.
all these people, but I don't know no storyline.
Wow. And this had hamburger
Yeah.
as well, wasn't it? Hamburger.
oh yeah, the
Wimpy.
hamburger dude,
Wimpy.
yeah.
Wimpy,
Wimpy,
yeah,
yeah.
of course, Wimpy.
Yeah.
That's where Wimpy got his name
That's
from.
where Wimpy
innit?
got his name from. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wimpy, Sweet Pea,
Sweet
all
pea,
these
yeah.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
And they were all in it. They were all in the movie, man.
all in it, all in it. All right, let's move on to our next one. So again, as we're saying, old cartoons. This was another old cartoon. This is the classic. This is the one that started your Family Guy and Wait Till Your Father Gets Home and American Dad. This is the beginning of it. So it was so old. It's prehistoric.
It's Stone Age.
It's Stone Age. They ran. They lifted up their cars and ran. They had dino burgers. They wore leopard print garments. Guys, it is. What's better though? What's better? The film version or the cartoon version?
Was
of
pretty good
the
though.
Flintstones.
Flintstones.
The film version was pretty. The casting I thought was really good.
Casting
Yeah.
Casting was
Yeah, it
good.
was.
That was about it.
The casting was on the levels of Popeye. It's the same level as
Yeah.
Popeye. It's
Thank
the
you.
same story.
Thank you.
It's the same story as Popeye.
Everyone remember Halle Berry as the secretary and
Sharon Stone.
yeah, Sharon
Stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor's last ever film appearance. This was as well for
Oh really?
yeah. It's a bit of a
It
mad
was-
last film appearance of Flintstones.
Isn't it?
Who went? Who went to the cinema to see this? Any of you lot went to the cinema?
No.
Nah, I was too old by that time.
Too old by that time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I weren't feeling a Flintstones movie.
For me, it's got to be the cartoon. As much as I've watched it. I'm not even gonna lie. I've watched the film just to see, make my own comparison.
Yeah,
the cartoon,
Cartoons are brilliant.
the cartoon craps in it. To be quite honest,
We all grew up with the cartoons, man. You couldn't avoid them growing up. The singing along theme tune, another Hoyt Curtin, who we normally mention.
Hoyt Curtin, we love
one
Hoyt,
of his
we love
classics, man.
Hoyt.
Yabba-doo, yabba-dabba-doo catchphrase. Everyone was saying that.
Yeah, it's true.
So
everyone was saying
cartoon
that.
was good, man.
So we're all saying Flintstones cartoon.
yeah, of course.
Hanna-Barbera, man. They smashed some cartoons in them days, and they launched that as an adult cartoon. It was aimed at adults. The Flintstones.
It was,
cartoon.
it was.
You could tell.
You can
You could tell, yeah.
Like a little sitcom cartoon before Simpsons comes along and smashes it.
I wasn't a massive fan of it. I wasn't.
Hey,
I
before
wasn't a
Simpsons.
massive fan of the Simpsons
No.
because
I'd
I'm a
watch
kid and it
Flintstones
wasn't
more
a
than that.
cartoon. It wasn't action. It was like eating Turkish delights. It was like eating After Eights. It wasn't for me, but it was in the form of what I want. But it wasn't for me. Does that make sense?
I hear you.
As we got a bit older, Simpsons it was all right.
Because it's adult humor.
Yeah, but there was, I don't know, Flintstones, because it was a cartoon, I watched it.
Yeah.
If any other cartoon was on the other channel,
It was
I'm
on
watching
often.
the other cartoon. Any cartoon.
But that's the thing, though. When Flintstones used to come on, all your kiddies program is finished, and then they would put it on at the 6 o'clock slot.
Yeah, so it was the
Because
last
You
one.
would go, okay, I'll watch this.
It's a cartoon. I watch it.
Or didn't they replace it with Jetsons after a while?
Yeah. It's the
Same kind of thing.
Yeah. Same
Same kind of thing.
thing.
Yeah. But as Chris was saying,
Hanna-Barbera.
it is the Simpsons of that time. Like, that was the start. That was the first of its kind. Like, adult cartoon. Then Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. Then Simpsons. Then Family Guy. Then whatever.
Yeah.
Every 2 decades had its own version of family life at that time of,
But it's funny, isn't it? Like just going, touching on Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. You know what I mean? Like this was in the summer holidays
as well.
Yeah. And the canned laughter and all that. And
you
we
felt,
used to sit
you
down and
knew it felt different. You knew it felt different, but it was a cartoon.
It was a cartoon.
Anything drawn,
Yeah.
you thought was automatic for you. You know what I mean? It's like, who else can it be for? It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
No, because I love Snoopy, but nothing much was going on in Peanuts.
Nothing.
But I was still drawn to it.
Yes.
I was still
Because it was a
drawn to
cartoon.
It was a cartoon. And the characters, there was some good characters in Charlie. There's just characters. They're not doing anything exciting, but it just works,
It works,
All right, so I think the Flintstones movie was cack.
Thank you. It was.
Didn't it start like the cartoon, him sliding down the dragon into the car, the ribs on the side? That was,
but it just didn't. Yeah, it didn't work.
After that, the storyline was shit.
It didn't work.
It was good up until that bit. It was good up until that, and then it just.
Yeah.
Another thing as well, Jack O'Halloran, who we've interviewed, he was in the movie. He was the Yeti.
Was he?
In the movie, yeah, he's listed in there, and I didn't know that. Was we would have chatted to him at the time about.
Wow, I didn't know that.
What, in the first one?
Yeah, the first Flintstones movie.
Okay.
Yeah, they said they had a few cameos. He's listed as a cameo. Hanna-Barbera are in it as cameos. One was in the background in the boardroom. The other one was driving past in the car. And obviously the B-52s who done the soundtrack, they featured in it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
I couldn't stand that version. I couldn't do that version, man. It just didn't work.
I didn't realise they done 2 of them though.
Viva the Bedrock or something. I think
they did 3 versions.
Three?
Yeah, I've only ever seen the first one, then I give up.
That's
with
even
that one.
worse.
There's loads of Flintstones.
I give up with the first one, man. I stick to the cartoon, man. The cartoon was better. A good
Cartoon
fact,
was
though,
better.
Joseph Barbera went to Michael Jackson once because he wanted to get him on the Tom and Jerry movie singing a song, but Michael weren't feeling it too much. But while he was there, Barbera autographed a few drawings of Tom and Jerry. So in return, Michael gave him a signed photograph of himself, and he'd written on it, "To my hero of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Many thanks for all of the many cartoon friends you gave me. They were all I had, Michael."
So he wasn't into Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's touche. Like touche tell.
let's get into our last one. Now, our last one was a fantastic cartoon. We weren't expecting it. We didn't know what was going on. We saw the Bionic Man, we got hype, and we just thought that was it. We didn't think we was going to see this. We didn't think there was going to be. We didn't think they were going to mix Inspector Clouseau with the Bionic Man, and it was amazing. But when I heard they were going to make a film, the 90s. When we do part 2, you're going to find out how cack the 90s were for making films out of heroes. You'll hear more, but this one is the insult of the insults, because this was such a great cartoon. I already had in my mind Chevy Chase should have played him, and when you hear I'm going to say, you know the cartoon I'm talking. Chevy Chase should have been this guy with his long mac on and his hat. You can see it. Inspector Gadget.
Ferris Bueller.
The cast was terrible, man.
Now Matthew Broderick should have never been Inspector Gadget. My money was always on Chevy Chase to be Inspector Gadget. Right?
So many people could have done it, man. Even I'm thinking like a Jim Carrey or someone like tall and a bit lanky and funny, and someone who can bend around. They would have been a lot better.
It just like I said, the 90s was the worst time to make a music because special effect was still trying to do something.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year, when Phantom Menace came out in 1999, you saw, and Terminator 2, you saw what could happen. But any film made before that, it was a disaster. And Inspector Gadget falls under that.
This had a few good camera tricks in it where they were trying to, make the gadgets look like they were supposed to, but it just didn't have the magic and sparkle of the cartoon, man.
It's like
storyline was weak, and
that's the thing. The 90s didn't care about storylines. And they said, look, the cartoon's done well. Let's just bang out a movie.
Yeah, it's more about achieving. We've done it. Don't worry about what it's going to be like. Just to say we've managed to get it on the screen. Like it was terrible,
it was horrible. It was terrible. So that's I'm so glad Transformers waited to 2000 or whatever to make. Imagine Transformers in the 90s.
That would have been like GoBots. That would have
been rubbish.
Oh my god, they would have used like remote controlled cars and stuff.
Yeah, it would have
been horrible. It would have been so bad.
What you were saying earlier about the cartoon with being Pink Panther, like Peter Sellers and Inspector Clouseau, what they actually mixed it with is that. And do you ever remember our old black and white film? I forgot about this until recently, and I used to love this, a thing called Get Smart, with a detective called Maxwell Smart. He used to talk in his shoe, and he had all the gadgets.
Channel 4.
Yeah, I was on Channel 4. Yeah, I used to like that, man. So his name's Don Adams, the guy who played Get Smart, Maxwell Smart. He voiced
the cartoon
Inspector Gadget, so that's why he's got the same similarities as what Maxwell Smart.
Similarities,
I mean, it could have worked.
He would have worked all right in the film.
That would have worked because he was a clown in Get Smart as well.
Yeah. But in the pilot episode, they made him look so much like Peter Sellers. He had a moustache in the pilot episode, but they ended up saying, you need to get rid of that because MGM got copyright on the Pink Panther, Inspector Clouseau.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
do you think Steve Martin could have done an Inspector Gadget?
He would have done a better job. Yeah,
he would have done a better job.
I think most people would have done a better job than Broderick.
There's a lot of actors who would do a better job. He would be the last person you would think of.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have rather seen Steve Guttenberg.
You know what's crazy?
True.
Do you know what's crazy? Hold on.
What's that?
No, it's not the same person. But there's a new version of Get Smart, and there's an actor in it that is similar.
That's Steve Carell done the newer version.
Yeah.
He does look a bit like Don Adams.
Exactly.
He does. He does.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I wouldn't mind seeing it actually, just to see if it was as good as what the
Inspector Gadget?
No, I've never seen it. I don't want to see it. I've never seen it. I don't want to spoil the cartoon by seeing that shit. I've seen trailers, and that was enough for me to say that ain't Inspector Gadget.
Leroy, have you seen the film version?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So weak. I don't think I concentrated through it. I didn't know what was going on. It's horrible.
Has it still got like the girl and the dog that solve everything? Or?
No.
I imagine it has, but yeah, it's terrible, man.
I can't remember.
Cartoon trumps that every time, man.
The cartoon was a massive hit from the day you first saw it. You know,
mate.
The stupid car. Inspector Gadget had a wicked car in the cartoon. You don't want to see the car in the film.
I haven't seen it
in the movie. You don't want to see it. it's
mate, it's
ridiculous.
horrible.
I
Let's
heard
go.
that
Let's
there's
go
a
with the cartoon.
there's a reboot coming of the first of the one we're talking about, the first movie. They're going to do a version of it.
What, Inspector Gadget?
Of Inspector Gadget, yeah. It's meant to be due out next year, I heard.
What,
2024.
a cartoon version? Or
No, another film
Can't
version.
get any worse.
They can't do any
Well,
worse, man.
they need to fix up. Need to fix up, mate. Because boy,
As long as they don't get this dude into it, then it'll be all right. Because he was
They need to-
pants, mate.
They need to get Dougie Fresh to do the soundtrack just for old time's sake.
They do, man. I think this movie
Yeah.
goes to show that most cartoon versions are better than the actual. I would say most cartoon versions are better than the actual.
So are we going to say overall that the cartoon versions so far have been better than the film versions?
I reckon
Judging
so
by the
far.
5 that we've gone through. So far.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
Just,
There's been a lot of close,
yeah, there's a couple of closes.
Out of all of them,
close ones.
it's just Transformers for me.
Yeah.
That's better.
I think Transformers, man, because they had to get it right.
Yeah.
They had to
The
get
rest,
that
the
right,
right,
and
the
they did.
timing was right as well.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah,
let's
they
wait
nailed it.
for CGI to evolve to the point where you can
Yeah.
absolutely nail it. They
Yeah,
did
I'll
do
go
that.
for the cartoons. All right, well, let's get back into part 2 soon. I'm looking at list of part 2, and they look very juicy, lads.
We got some good ones
Yeah,
to come
just
still.
do.
Yeah.
I think I know
Yeah, you
the
probably
two,
know.
the comics.
There's a couple of there you definitely wouldn't get.
Yeah. You
I think I would, you know.
Leroy,
I think I could get a couple.
Leroy, are you going to do the honors and sign us out with your amazing vocals?
Yes, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the Fantastic Four, the Fabulous Four from the old school movement, bringing you entertainment no matter what time of day, morning, evening, noon, or nights. So, it's goodbye from The Last Dragon. It's good night from Staximus Decimus Meridius. It's farewell, goodbye from the Naughty Nasty Knowledge, aka George Hamilton, and known anywhere in the civilized world, Chiswick, is the host with the most, BL.
Why, thank you, Leroy.
That's it. Remember, you can check us out on YouTube now as well. Rather than just listen to us on Spotify, wherever you find us on YouTube as well. Follow us on there. Keep up to date. We've got good bits coming out soon. But listen to the podcast on there and follow us on TikTok. Daily nostalgic updates. Remember to give it a like, comment, forward, follow.
Yes, all the listeners from around the world. Thank you. People from Kenya, people from Ireland, people from all around the world listening. We love you all. Okay? Everywhere. Whole of Europe, Americas, Caribbean, Africa. Love you. Peace.
Peace.
Till next time. Peace.